Welcome back, beautiful souls of the light. Let me tell you about something that is happening to you right now that nobody prepared you for. You have been feeling it for a while. That strange sensation that you no longer fit into your own life. Like you are wearing clothes that used to fit perfectly, but now feel suffocating. That is not confusion. That is not a crisis. That is evolution. And what I am about to share with you will explain every uncomfortable, isolating, and bewildering experience you have been having lately. There is a phenomenon in physics called resonance. When two objects vibrate at different frequencies, they cannot sync. One will either match the other or they will separate. You cannot force a tuning fork calibrated to 528 Hz to harmonize with one stuck at 440 Hz. They exist in different sonic realities. Now apply this to your life. You have been upgrading your frequency, maybe through healing, through spiritual practice, through sheer survival of things that should have broken you. And now you are vibrating at a level that your old reality cannot match. This isn't metaphorical. Energy is real, frequency is real, and when yours rises beyond a certain threshold, everything around you that cannot rise with you begins to fall away. Not because you are doing anything wrong, but because you are finally doing everything right. The people who drain you suddenly feel unbearable. The jobs that used to be tolerable become suffocating. The places you used to escape to now feel empty. That is not you becoming difficult. That is your soul refusing to shrink anymore. Here is what nobody tells you about spiritual awakening. It is not all light and love and bliss. Sometimes it is brutal. Sometimes it feels like you are losing everything, and in a way, you are losing every version of yourself that wasn't real. Every relationship that was built on who you were pretending to be. Every goal that was planted in you by someone else's expectations. The frequency shift doesn't just change you, it changes what you can tolerate, and that is where the real transformation begins. Number one, you can physically feel when someone's energy doesn't match yours anymore. This is one of the first signs that your frequency has shifted. You walk into a room, and within seconds, you know who you need to stay away from. Not because they are bad people, but because their energy field clashes with yours so violently that your body reacts. Headaches, exhaustion, anxiety, tightness in your chest. You used to think you were just being antisocial or overly sensitive. Now you understand. You are not rejecting people. You are protecting your frequency. Your nervous system has become more refined. Think of it like this. When you only listened to music through cheap speakers, you didn't notice the distortion. But once you upgrade to high-quality sound, you can hear every crack, every buzz, every imperfection. That is what happened to your energetic perception. You have upgraded. Now you can sense things you were previously deaf to. The fakeness in someone's laugh, the manipulation hidden in their compliments, the resentment buried under their smile. You are not being judgmental, you are being accurate. And here is what makes this uncomfortable. Some of those people are ones you have known for years, family members, old friends, people you thought would be in your life forever. But their frequency stayed the same while yours evolved, and now being around them feels like trying to breathe underwater. You keep making excuses to avoid them. You keep cutting conversations short, not because you are mean, but because your soul knows. Staying in low-frequency environments will drag you back down. And you have worked too hard to rise to let anyone or anything pull you under again. Number two, your tolerance for superficial conversation has completely disappeared. You used to be able to engage in small talk, gossip, surface-level interactions. You could spend hours discussing nothing and not feel the time was wasted. But now, 5 minutes into a conversation about trivial matters, and you feel your soul trying to leave your body. You are not being rude. Your frequency has risen to a point where meaningless exchange of words feels like nails on a chalkboard. You crave depth. You want to talk about purpose, healing, growth, truth, the mysteries of existence. You want conversations that make you think differently, feel deeply, expand beyond your current understanding. But most people aren't there. They are still operating on autopilot, repeating the same stories, complaining about the same problems without wanting solutions, filling silence with noise because they are terrified of what silence might reveal. And you tried. You really tried to meet them where they are, but it is exhausting performing the old version of yourself just to make others comfortable. Pretending you care about drama that means nothing, forcing laughter at jokes that aren't funny, engaging in conversations your soul has outgrown. Eventually, you stop trying. You would rather be alone than fake. You would rather have silence than shallow. And people notice, they say you have changed. You have become distant, too serious, and they are right. You have changed. You have become real. And real doesn't have patience for pretend anymore. Number 3, you are losing interest in things that used to excite you. The hobbies that used to fill your time feel hollow now. The shows you binged don't hold your attention. The social events you looked forward to now feel like obligations. Even the goals you were chasing seem suddenly pointless. This terrifies you at first. You think something's wrong with you. You are becoming boring. You are losing your spark. But that is not what is happening. You are not losing yourself. You are shedding the false self. All those interests, those activities, those pursuits, many of them were never truly yours. They were adopted, inherited, absorbed from a culture that values distraction over depth. You filled your life with noise because you weren't ready to face the quiet. You stayed busy because stillness was uncomfortable. You chased excitement because your real life felt unfulfilling. Think about how much of your life was spent doing things simply because everyone else was doing them. How many hours did you invest in activities that looked good on the surface, but left you feeling empty inside? How many times did you say yes to things your soul was screaming no at? You were living on autopilot, following a script written by people who never even met you. But frequency shifts break the trance. They snap you out of the hypnosis of normalcy and force you to confront what actually matters to you. The emptiness you feel when engaging with old interests isn't depression. It is discernment. Your soul is finally being honest about what genuinely feeds it versus what you were doing to fill time. Impress others or avoid facing deeper questions. This recalibration period might feel like a void, but voids are necessary. They are the blank canvas before the masterpiece, the silence before the symphony, the inhale before the exhale. But your frequency shift has awakened something deeper. A hunger for meaning, a need for purpose, a desire for authenticity. The things that satisfied your lower self no longer work on your higher self. It is like feeding a grown adult baby food. It is not nourishment anymore. So you stop consuming what doesn't feed your soul. You stop doing what doesn't serve your growth. And yes, your life might look emptier to others. But it is not empty. It is making space, making room for what is actually meant for you, not what you settled for because you didn't know better. Number 4, synchronicities are becoming impossible to ignore. You think of someone and they text you. You need guidance and the exact message appears on a random post. You ask the universe a question. and the answer shows up in the most unexpected way within hours. These aren't coincidences. This is confirmation that your frequency is now high enough to receive direct communication from the universe. At lower frequencies, we are too dense to pick up subtle signals. Our receivers are jammed with fear, doubt, distraction. But as you rise, you become a clearer channel. The static clears. The messages come through, and it is not just receiving. You are also transmitting more powerfully. Your thoughts manifest faster. Your intentions materialize quicker. That is not magic. That is physics. Higher frequencies move faster and penetrate deeper. But here is the part that nobody warns you about. With great reception comes great responsibility. You cannot ignore the signs anymore. You cannot pretend you didn't see the red flags the universe waved in your face. You cannot claim you didn't know better when you literally received divine downloads telling you exactly what to do. Your awareness has increased, which means your accountability has too. The universe speaks to you clearly now, which means you cannot play dumb anymore. If you are experiencing even half of what I am describing, do me a favor and drop a comment letting me know which sign resonated most. Your engagement helps this message reach others going through the same shift. Number 5. You need way more alone time than you used to. People who know the old you are confused. You used to be social. You used to love being around others. Now you cancel plans, dodge invitations, and seem to prefer your own company to anyone else's. They think you are depressed or antisocial. You know, you are recalibrating. Being around most people now feels like letting someone blast loud music while you are trying to meditate. Their energy is too chaotic, too scattered, too low, and you need stillness to integrate all the changes happening inside you. Solitude at this level isn't loneliness. It is sanctuary. It is where you process the downloads, the revelations, the shifts. It is where you commune with your higher self, your guides, your source. It is where you remember who you actually are beneath all the programming. You are not isolating. You are incubating. Something new is being born in you, and birth requires a protected space. The people who love you might not understand this. They might take it personally, think you don't care about them anymore. But you cannot explain to someone operating at a different frequency why you need what you need. They would have to feel what you are feeling to understand, and they don't. So you protect your energy anyway, even if it costs you relationships, because you have learned something crucial. Maintaining peace is more important than keeping people who disturb it. Number 6. You can instantly tell when someone is lying or being inauthentic. Your discernment has become razor sharp. People cannot hide their true nature from you anymore. You see through performances, masks, facades, not because you are looking for deception, but because truth and lies vibrate at completely different frequencies, and your upgraded receiver can distinguish between them effortlessly. Someone can smile in your face while hating you internally, and you will feel the dissonance. They can speak words of support while secretly hoping you fail, and you will sense the contradiction. This gift is both blessing and burden. Blessing because you can protect yourself from wolves in sheep's clothing. Burden because now you see how many people live in pretense, and it is heartbreaking. You start recognizing patterns you missed before. The friend who only calls when they need something. The family member who uses guilt to control you. The partner who says all the right things, but their energy tells a different story. You cannot unsee it once you see it. And many people will not believe you when you try to warn them, because they are still operating on the level of words, while you have graduated to the level of energy. Number 7. Your body is going through unexplainable changes. Fatigue that sleep doesn't fix. Aches that doctors cannot diagnose. Sensitivity to foods. Sounds, lights that never bothered you before. Fluctuating energy levels. Needing less sleep or way more. Vivid dreams ringing in your ears. These aren't symptoms of illness. They are symptoms of transformation. Your physical body is trying to catch up with your energetic body, and the process isn't always comfortable. You are literally rewiring. Your cells are restructuring to hold more light, more energy, higher frequency. It is like trying to run new software on old hardware. Sometimes the system crashes, sometimes it glitches, sometimes it needs to shut down and reboot. That is what these physical symptoms are. Your body upgrading its operating system to match your soul's evolution. Most doctors will not understand this. They will run tests and find nothing wrong, which will make you feel crazy. But you are not crazy, you are transforming. And transformation, whether of a caterpillar into a butterfly or a human into their higher self, requires the old form to break down so the new one can emerge. Be gentle with yourself during this process. Rest when you need to. Listen to what your body is asking for. It knows what it is doing, even when your mind doesn't understand. Number 8. You have stopped forcing things that don't flow. Old, you would have pushed, hustled, forced, manipulated situations to work out. You would have held on to relationships past their expiration date, stayed in jobs that were killing your spirit, chased opportunities that required you to abandon yourself, but something has shifted. You have developed a deep trust in divine timing and natural flow. Now, when something requires excessive force, you pause. When a door stays closed despite your efforts, you stop pushing. When someone pulls away, you let them go. Not because you don't care, but because you have learned that anything meant for you will not require you to destroy yourself to obtain it. The right people, places, and opportunities will meet you with ease. There will be effort, yes, but not suffering. There will be challenge, but not constant resistance. This doesn't mean you have become passive or lazy. It means you have become wise. You have learned to distinguish between inspired action and fear-based forcing. You move when you feel called to move. You rest when you feel called to rest. You trust the intelligence of the universe to orchestrate what you cannot control. And paradoxically, the less you force, the more things fall into place. Number 9. Your definition of success has completely transformed. You used to measure success by external markers, money, status, possessions, achievements, other people's approval. Those things might still matter to some degree, but they are no longer the core of how you evaluate your life. Now success means peace, alignment, authenticity, freedom, doing what you love with people you love. Living in accordance with your values, contributing something meaningful. The goals that society programmed into you feel empty now. Climbing the corporate ladder to impress people you don't even like. Accumulating stuff to prove you have made it. Performing success on social media to gain validation from strangers. It all seems so exhausting and pointless. You would rather have a simple life filled with genuine joy than an impressive life filled with quiet desperation. This shift in values often alienates you from people still playing the old game. They think you have lost ambition, given up, settled for less. They don't understand that you have actually leveled up to a game they cannot even see yet. A game where the prize isn't what you acquire, but who you become. Where winning means staying true to yourself even when the world rewards conformity. Where success is measured in peace of mind, not pieces of paper. Number 10. You are attracting a completely different type of person into your life. As your frequency rises, you become a magnet for people vibrating at similar levels. Suddenly, you are meeting souls who speak your language, who understand your journey without you having to explain, who see you, really see you, and don't run from what they find. These connections feel different, deeper, more authentic, more purposeful. But here is what is equally significant. You are simultaneously repelling people who no longer match you, and they can feel it too. Even if they cannot articulate why, they sense they don't have access to you anymore. Some will fight to pull you back down to where they are. Others will simply drift away. Both outcomes serve your highest good. The new people entering your life aren't just friends or romantic interests. They are soul contracts. Teachers appearing when you are ready for the lesson. Mirrors showing you aspects of yourself you need to see, catalysts for your next level of growth. The universe is reorganizing your circle, removing who needs to go and bringing in who needs to arrive. Trust this process even when it feels lonely. Quality over quantity, depth over breadth. True connection over comfortable familiarity. Number 11. You feel urgency about your purpose like never before. There is a fire inside you now that will not let you rest in mediocrity. You know you are here for something bigger than just existing, consuming, and dying. You might not have all the details figured out yet, but you feel it, a calling, a mission, a reason you survived everything that tried to destroy you. This isn't ego, this isn't delusion. This is your soul remembering why it chose to be here. This urgency makes you impatient with anything that wastes your time or energy. You cannot binge watch shows for hours anymore because it feels like squandering precious moments. You cannot engage in drama because you have real work to do. You cannot stay in situations that don't align with your purpose because every day spent off path is a day you are not fulfilling what you came here to do. Some people will call this intensity too much. They will tell you to relax, slow down, enjoy life. But they don't feel what you feel. They don't carry what you carry. You are not being driven by anxiety or fear of missing out. You are being pulled by destiny. And when destiny calls, you cannot put it on hold to make others comfortable with your pace. Number 12. You are experiencing a complete rewiring of your belief systems. Things you were absolutely certain about before now seem questionable. Beliefs you inherited from family, culture, religion, education. All of it is being examined through a new lens. You are not becoming rebellious or contrarian. You are becoming sovereign. You are taking back authority over your own mind and deciding for yourself what you believe based on your direct experience, not what you were told to believe. This can be disorienting. Your entire framework for understanding reality is shifting. Ideas that gave you comfort might no longer serve you. Systems you relied on might reveal themselves as illusions. People you trusted as authorities might show themselves to be just as lost as everyone else. It is like finding out the map you have been following was drawn by someone who would never actually traveled the terrain. But through this deconstruction comes liberation. You are no longer trapped in boxes built by other people's limitations. You are free to explore, question, discover, create your own understanding of truth. Yes, it is lonely sometimes. Most people prefer the comfort of certainty, even if it is certainly wrong, to the discomfort of not knowing. But you have tasted freedom, and once you taste it, you can never go back to the cage, no matter how golden it appears. Number 13. You have zero tolerance for energy vampires. You can spot them instantly now. The people who only reach out when they need something. The ones who dump their problems on you but never ask how you are doing. The ones who drain your energy and give nothing back. The ones who love you when you are useful but disappear when you need support before. You might have tolerated this because you didn't want to seem cold or selfish. Now, you protect your peace like it is your most valuable possession. You have learned that your energy is currency. Where you spend it determines the quality of your life, and you are no longer willing to go bankrupt trying to fill cups with holes in them. You cannot save everyone. You cannot fix everyone. You cannot be everyone's therapist, bank, savior, or emotional dumping ground. And the moment you stop trying to be, watch how many people suddenly have a problem with you. They will call you selfish, changed, not the person you used to be. And they are absolutely right. You are not that person anymore. That person gave until they were empty. That person sacrificed their peace to keep peace. That person confused self-abandonment with love. You have evolved past that. Now you give from overflow, not from depletion. You help those who help themselves, not those who drain you as a lifestyle. And you make no apologies for the boundaries that protect your well-being. Hit that like button if this is speaking directly to your experience. And make sure you are subscribed, because these are the conversations that change lives. Number 14, you know with absolute certainty that you can never go back to who you were. Even if you wanted to, even if you tried, it is impossible. You cannot unknow what you now know. You cannot unfeel what you have felt. You cannot lower your frequency back to where it was now that you have experienced what it is like to rise. The old life, the old you, the old way of being, it is dead, and there is no resurrection for what is already transformed into something new. This finality can be terrifying. Sometimes you might grieve the simplicity of ignorance. Sometimes you might wish you could just go back to sleep and not feel everything so intensely. But deep down, you know the truth. You wouldn't actually go back, even if you could, because as hard as this journey is, as lonely as it gets, as much as you have lost along the way, you have gained something infinitely more valuable. Yourself, your authentic self, your sovereign self, your free self. And once you have tasted that freedom, everything else is just a cage with better decorations. You are not the same person who started this journey. You have been through the fire and came out forged into something stronger. You have walked through darkness and learned to be your own light. You have lost everything that wasn't real and found everything that is. There is no going back from that. There is only going forward. And forward is where your destiny lives. So here is what I need you to understand. If you are experiencing any or all of these signs, you are not losing your mind. You are finding your soul. You are not being difficult. You are being authentic. You are not disconnecting from reality. You are waking up to a deeper reality than most people ever access. The frequency shift is real, the changes are permanent, and the discomfort is temporary. Everyone around you operating at lower frequencies will not understand your transformation. They cannot. They are still tuned to a station you have moved beyond, and that is okay. You are not meant to bring everyone with you. You are meant to rise and become a beacon for those ready to rise too. Your transformation gives others permission to transform. Your authenticity challenges others to get real. Your freedom shows others what is possible when you stop living for everyone else's comfort. The old reality doesn't fit anymore because you have outgrown it. The old relationships don't work anymore because you have evolved past them. The old goals don't excite you anymore because your soul wants something deeper. This isn't a crisis. This is a chrysalis. You are not falling apart. You are falling together in a new formation. And what emerges from this process will be more powerful, more authentic, more aligned than anything that came before. So, stop trying to make yourself small enough to fit back into spaces you have outgrown. Stop apologizing for needing what you need. Stop explaining yourself to people who are determined to misunderstand you. Your frequency has shifted. Your reality is changing. Your life is transforming. And the only way through is forward. If this message found you exactly when you needed it, you know what to do. Share it with someone else going through their own frequency shift. Comment and tell me which sign hit you the hardest. Subscribe so you don't miss the next truth bomb. We are building a community of awakened souls here, and your voice matters. Your story matters. Your transformation matters. You are not alone in this. Thousands of us are going through this same shift, feeling these same things, navigating this same journey. We are the ones who couldn't stay asleep anymore, the ones who chose truth over comfort, the ones who are building a new reality with our rising frequency. Welcome to the awakening. Welcome to your power. Welcome to the life that has been waiting for you to be brave enough to claim it. Together, we rise toward the light.